Guys, where are we?
Well, Ramses, we are in the realm of the dead, awaiting judgment.
Well, I've got the afterlife covered. Look, I've got gold from my past life as the world's master to ensure that I will live a luxurious, comfortable afterlife.
I have a feeling that is not going to help you much here.
All right, you two. I'm St. Peter, and I'm here to see if you have a virtuous life, which may or may not grant you the eternal happiness of heaven. Now, let's see who should go first. Cyrus, how about you? I see some very good in your report.
Oh, just and merciful St. Peter, I stand before you not as an earthly king, but as a humble peasant. In my youth, I was trained to always tell the truth, and was able to ride a horse by the age of 6. I used these skills to chivalrously defend my village from invaders who threatened our peaceful lifestyle. I went on to overthrow my tyrannical grandfather, Astyages of Medea. The oppression of my people, the Persians, ended, and they were finally treated as equals. I continued to overthrow the pagan rules in Ionia and Babylon.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah. That seems logical enough. But wait, were you not a pagan yourself?
Yes, I was. However, you saw how I liberated God's chosen people, the Israelites, from their harsh Babylonian captivity. I was the deliverer their prophet Ezekiel had foretold. Not only did I let them go to rebuild their cities and temples, but I directly aided them in their reconstruction. Had I only known that theirs was the true religion, at least at the time, I gladly would have followed them.
That took forever.
Fair enough. Come on in. Next.
Here I am.
What are you carrying?
The finest gold from Egypt. Duh. I mean, that's how the Egyptians ensure that we will have a comfortable afterlife. Where can I put it?
Put it over there. We already have enough here. So,
now we can make a bet.
What did I tell him?
So, why do you deserve to come here, Ramses?
First of all, I was the greatest pharaoh to ever walk the west side of the Nile. And second of all, I mean, I oppressed the Jews.
Those were God's chosen people. Which means your accomplishment was a grievous offense.
Well, I guess that means I oppressed a deity-assisted people, so I'm pretty awesome, huh?
Well, I'm pretty sure he and his servant Moses went out in the end.
First of all, don't even mention Moses. And, I mean, suffering builds character. Oh, I had them build impressive architectural achievements. And one of these, to which I devoted to my main wife. Fidelity, huh?
She was one of wasn't she?
I only had 20.
I had thousands.
Ramses, stand over there. I've had enough of this. Let's see. Cleopatra, you come next. What have you done that was virtuous?
Well, I was a loyal and devoted queen of Egypt. I always wanted to keep Egypt an independent world power, just as it was in its glory days. During the rule of Ramses.
Yes, but by what means did you ally yourself with the nations?
Seduction, of course. Oh, there is my greatest accomplishment. Even though I wasn't particularly beautiful.
No kidding.
I was able to lure the most successful conquerors through my cunning and intelligence.
Well, I guess that's an original way of looking at things.
It's called strategy. In fact, I didn't necessarily like them. In fact, when my brother/husband got in the way, I just killed him.
Yes, and how did things work out for you?
Well, after Mark Anthony died, I killed myself by allowing poisonous snakes bite me. I mean, after all, he's the only one I ever truly loved.
Hey, there's no shame in suicide. I heard it's the best way to go.
Oh my. My, Cleopatra, why don't you go hang out over there with Ramses for the time being? Next on the list, Shi Hongti. What did you do that grants you that?
Well, I killed hundreds of thousands of my own subjects while building an intricate system of walls and over 200 palaces in which I housed my 3,000 concubines.
3,000? That's amazing. I mean, compared to what I did, it's not that much.
I even had the courage to attempt divinity and immortality through sorcery. Had it not been for my untimely demise, I would have succeeded.
You seem very selfish.
Look at it however you want. But in any event, I was the greatest conqueror and unified the whole of China.
Whoa! All you did was conquer a few insignificant tribes. I conquered important civilizations, and I was master of Mesopotamia.
I took over Babylon almost without a single blow being struck.
I conquered Rome. Almost.
Well, I killed hundreds of scholars because I didn't like what they were saying about me.
Oh, that's real great.
If you're so great, then why isn't anything written about you? And how come no one knows about you?
Yeah.
It's those deceitful historians. They probably have a grudge against me, only because I tried to kill a couple of scholars.
Oh, and how long did your empire survive?
A couple years after my death.
Excuse me?
A couple years after my death. Do you hear me now?
Same here.
Oh, only a couple hundred after mine.
All right, that's enough. Attila, what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, let's see. I conquered Rome with my brother Lita, people that persecuted you and your friends.
Well, I guess that's okay. The Romans did persecute me and Christ's followers. Is that all?
Is that all? Oh, there's much more. I didn't like sharing with my brother Lita, so I just murdered him. When my wife got boring, I just married another one. When she got boring, I just married another one. When she got boring, I just married another one. When she got boring, I died, and now I'm here, and now it's boring. And also, when water got boring, water's tasteless. Who even drinks it? I decided to drink more beer. A lot more beer.
In those few sentences, I think you broke at least 5 commandments.
Nobody commands me what to do, and I don't listen to anyone. I would have thought you would have known that by now.
Calm down. I will give you another chance to see if there's anything virtuous within your life.
Well, besides marrying many wives, murdering my brother, and drinking practically morning, day, and night, I also killed others for no other reason except to gain more land.
Forget about that. What did you do that was virtuous?
Well, I was never scared by anyone in my whole life. I mean, who can say that, huh? I think that's a virtue.
Well, I heard that the old man with the white robes and the weird hat scared you.
I don't always get scared by popes, but when I do, it's right after I almost conquered the greatest civilization ever.
Ah, yes, my great successor, Leo.
You're a pope?
The first.
Scared, aren't you?
How dare you say that, pretty boy? At least I didn't get beaten by my own slaves.
At least I did something other than drink.
Are you saying that a wicked guy like you can more than me?
Hey, you watch it. I lifted some iron in my days.
Yeah, well, I pumped golden dumbbells.
Calm down. You've said enough. This is a really tough decision. Out of the mercy of my heart, I will give you one more chance to see if you guys have learned anything. What is the greatest gift to humanity?
Beer! Stay thirsty, my friends.
Wrong!
I never really liked popes. Now I think about it, I don't really like anyone.
Ramses, your answer.
It's gotta be slavery. I mean, it's quite convenient, you know?
No, no, no!
Whatever. You're in cahoots with the creep that killed myself.
Cleopatra?
You, Peter.
She, whatever.
Concubines?
Get out of here, all of you! Go, go! Get out of here! Run!
Whoa! What's going on? Who are you guys?
I've been on display as a Roman farmer for a long time now, and I've never seen her before.
Who are you guys?
Oh, I remember when I was a newbie. Anyway, let me tell you about it. In the first period, Hannibal Barca, was just a mere child. In the second period, I actually started, fighting. That's when Carthage started dominating. And it was all because of me. Stupid habits behind demolished. We totally would have crushed Rome.
I mean, stop. Hannibal, slow it down. Let's explain to the watchman, how we're alive. So, there's, this magic tablet which brings us to life at night. Didn't the last guard tell you?
I have to go get the great Julius Caesar from display tonight.
Oh, but Caesar's coming? He's always gonna crash the party. I mean, come on. Seriously? Hey, Caesar gave me and my hired help prosperity for the first time.
What? Never mind. Just stay here and stop moving, and don't do anything stupid.
You said Caesar is a party crasher. Excuse me, farmer? Do not use my words. I, Boudica, rebelled against the Roman Empire after my husband died, totally demolishing the Roman armies and their cities. So, don't be distracted. Come on.
Oh my gosh, did you hear? She actually called Caesar great.
I know, as if. Hey, Caesar is great. He was a lawgiver, a historian. He gave Rome success. Caesar's great. Caesar also conquered very many countries in Asia, Africa. Hail Caesar!
Lay down your clothes. I need something to walk on.
Anything for you, dear Caesar. You gave me and Roman agriculture so much success. You gave us food, good food. You, Caesar, probably made the sun shine down on my crops more. Oh my gods. Caesar is so arrogant. I never lay down a food for him, ever.
Wait, don't I know you?
You might recognize me, noble Caesar. We met when you and your army tried to conquer my homeland. You Romans weren't tough enough for us Celts. I'm Boudica.
Ah, yes. But later, Emperor Claudius proved to be victorious as usual.
Whatever.
Well, we seem to have recovered from that little squabble now, haven't we?
Oh, Caesar, so noble, so just. I never want to pick a fight against you. The only fight I want to fight is the one on your side. All my fellow farmers would have felt the same. Oh, Caesar, I thank thee. So good, so kind, so
Silence! Caesar is ambitious! Yes. And Brutus was an honorable man.
So they are all honorable men. He was my friend even though I am just now meeting him.
Okay, no need to continue.
No, please, carry on.
Who's Shakespeare? Well,
He's one of the greatest American poets ever.
no, he's British.
Like, he's British, I'm British.
Yeah.
You Americans think you know everything. You people live in the greatest civilization in modern times. Ha! I'll have you know that Rome truly bred the greatest men ever to live. We were strong leaders.
Preach!
We were smart.
Hallelujah!
We were brave.
Amen!
And most importantly, we never interrupted.
That's right! Oh!
Okay, let's just pause for a minute and listen to me. America, you know where you guys are right now, is the greatest country ever.
Next, she's gonna say America is greater than Carthage. I don't even think that's possible.
America delenda est. If you are as great as Carthage, you will be defeated by Caesar.
No, that won't really. Don't you realize that you're dead?
He's dead.
You're dead too.
If you were going to defeat America, me and my farmers and slaves would be right by your side. I have animals too. I have sheep, oxen, goats. Because Hannibal uses elephants.
I still don't even know who this guy is.
Okay, stop. Guys, let's bring it back to my point. America was the greatest country because it took the successful components of an already great empire.
Wait, are you talking about my empire?
Yes, Caesar, Rome. And it made them better because we could. Rome had a consul and a senate, and America copied them by having a president and a senate too. And America saw that Rome's virtue was so pure and honest that they wanted to copy that.
Virtue, and I'm so sure humility is included in that too.
I am not citing it. Excuse you. America also avoided the Romans' mistakes, like when they freaked out and they assassinated Caesar because they thought he was a tyrant.
Well, yeah, that was the worst mistake. I was just that great. Even America would agree on that.
That's not really what I was
See,
saying.
Caesar, everyone knows about your mistakes. You're big, ugly,
Okay, stop. It's true, yeah, he made mistakes, but it turned out well for America because we could avoid the way that their government had been corrupted.
I'll have you know we had a good run. An empire for 500 years ain't too shabby.
It's not. Roman agriculture truly contributed to your reign. Our perfect organized small sections, which is so great. If it weren't for that, Rome would have lasted 5 years, not 500.
Anyways, clearly Romans are better than the Carthaginians and the Celts.
Hey!
Okay, anyway, if you guys are so high and mighty, then how did we end up crushing the Romans?
Well, just the first time, right?
Whatever. And then, why did you guys copy our army and military tactics?
Yeah, and how come I ended up defeating every single one of your cities?
Well, except for the great city of Rome.
Okay, you know what? That's beside the point.
The point is that Caesar is totally ambitious.
Agreed.
Why you?
Whoa! The sun! Here it
That was a crazy night at the museum. I quit!
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Lando the Jew has escaped the Babylonian captivity. Now that Jesus is resurrected from the dead, he has ascended into heaven, and though still doubts God. Meanwhile, Helen, Luke the Evangelist, are spreading Christianity, a rebel force, throughout the empire. They seek out Hans Solo, a gladiator who only fights for his best interest. To Solo's surprise, he desires to help the Christian force without pain. Emperor Nero, with the aid of Darth Saul, was trying to stop the rebellion and control the galaxy. The Emperor and Darth Saul had captured Helen. Luke and Solo hope to rescue her and seek out Lando's help.
Son of Agrippina.
What?
Emperor Nero, son of Agrippina, your servant, Darth Saul is here. What is your bidding?
Darth Saul, your work of persecution in Jerusalem and Damascus has been excellent. However, there is a greater disturbance in the force.
I felt it. But as Emperor Nero, you have much knowledge of my work of torturing Christians.
Yes, I would burn them, crucify them, and feed them to beasts. Our new enemy, the young rebel force, has many supernatural forces on their side. They call their Jedis apostles. Also, it could destroy us.
They are so young.
The faith is strong with them.
They will join us or die, my master. Let us seek out Mando the Jew on planet Palestina and stop the rebellion at its roots.
Good, good. Wipe them out. All of them.
Princess Helen has escaped.
What?
Oh, we're trapped. This is just like the Colosseum.
You know nothing about the Colosseum. I was a gladiator. Many of the gladiators used to be many different people, like a general or even an emperor. However, some were just slaves.
What's going on up there?
Everything's under control, situation normal.
What happened?
We had a slight weapons malfunction, but everything's alright now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
Conversation anyways.
Let's go.
Lando, the Jew. Oh, I'm a Solo. Glad you made it out of the Babylonian captivity. Those Persians, though. Wait, what happened again?
Yes, I'm glad the Persians set us free. We deserved to be in captivity for 70 years, though. We left God for false idols, we persecuted his prophets, and repeatedly broke his 10 commandments. However, the captivity was good. In the long run, we were able to renew our faith with God and his laws. So, how's the greatest gladiator in the galaxy?
I'm well. Despite the fact that I couldn't take in the gladiator games, I was one of the few who survived the dehumanizing event. Oh, anyways, meet my comrades. Princess Helen, a great leader who's contributed much to Christianity.
I found the cross on which our leader Jesus Christ died. I also found the Church of the Holy Sepulchre and Mount Olives, where the greatest Jedi trained.
And you, the evangelist, who wrote one of the 4 Gospels and the Acts of the Apostles.
I also helped Christianity spread throughout the ancient world. However, it could not have been done without God's help in the prefigurements and the Pax Romana. My primary audience, the Greeks, were partly persuaded by the similarities in our religion. Also, using the Force, I'm able to foresee the success of Christianity. It will have spread throughout the entire world. It has much more power in changing the world than we might think. Charity will be practiced by everyone, hospitals will take care of the sick, and shelters will take care of the homeless and hungry.
And I can foresee my son Constantine being a great help to the Christians. He will stop persecuting us and will let us worship in freedom.
Wow, that sounds like the fulfillment of the prophecies made by the prophets during the Babylonian captivity.
Maybe I shouldn't have betrayed them.
This is a juice meeting. We're giving you your last chance to join.
The dark side.
Yeah, the dark side.
anyone switching sides, it's you. I trained in the gladiator games.
Yes, I'm Sula, and I was the one who put you in the games.
Nero, you killed many of our Jedi, and yet we are still here. And you, Saul, killed Stephen, the first martyr of the Christian force.
And you will have many more martyrs to come, including you yourselves if you do not join us.
We'll never join you.
So be it, Jedi.
You do not yet realize your importance. You've only begun to discover your power. Join me, and I will complete your training. And with our combined forces, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
I'll never join you.
If only you knew the power of the dark side.
Saul, why are you persecuting me?
Who is this?
This is Jesus.
Please forgive me.
You are forgiven, and from now on you should be called Paul.
Ancient religions and bulky weapons are no match for good. Last year's your side, kid.
Do you think we can trust you after you bring it this one? You are cute. Always betraying us for other honor.
Speak the truth. Good enough for me. Now let's go destroy the Death Star.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Wake up! ¿Por qué no te estás despertando?
I don't speak Spartanese.
Is this the GA meeting?
Yes, this is Greeks Anonymous. I'm Dr. Doric. I study Greek architecture, which influenced a great deal of other architectures throughout history with their temples, columns, and amphitheaters. And now, I'm a therapist. You must be...
I'm Leonidas, the great Spartan warrior. And this is Aristotle. So how exactly are you qualified?
Trust me, I'm an engineer.
Of course.
Well, please.
Oh, here comes Alexander.
The Great.
Welcome, Alex.
Actually, if you don't mind, I prefer Alexander the Great.
We're gathered here today to discuss your problems which stem from your conquer.
No one wants to hear it. I'm Alexander the Great. Of course, I don't have any problems. I'm only here because Antipater, my advisor, made me.
Narcissism. Who's next? Aristotle.
Well, that's what I was.
Apparently, I have anger issues. Isn't that insane?
Denial. We'll come back to that later. What about you? You seem a little down.
Hello. My name is Darius of Persia, but you can call me Dar.
Hi, Dar.
It has been like a long time since my last battle, in 490. I would have won the Battle of Marathon if it weren't for the Athenian general Miltiades and his pincher movement. I'd never win.
Tell us about it. How does that make you feel?
My first Persian war.
And your last.
But my son continued my legacy.
A legacy which I smothered.
Alexander, don't further seduce him.
Well, my son Xerxes did a pretty good job. With his large army, he was able to win the battles of Thermopylae, Artemisium, and... yup, that's about it.
Okay. Let's let Aristotle talk. Aristotle, what are your hobbies?
I like democracy.
Tell us about democracy. No one interrupt.
Well, if you establish a democracy, then you can create a public assembly, which would provide everyone with an equal say by voting and electing to further provide equality in government. Interestingly, Athenian democracy arose from dissatisfaction with our former governments. Although women do not participate in government, I love the result democracy has had on my civilization. I wish I could always speak my thoughts without people, interrupting me.
You've been talking this whole time? No, it's good. It's good.
That's why we don't let you talk.
So, Alexander, why are you so confident in yourself?
Well, he has conquered Egypt, Syria, Assyria, Babylon, Palestine, Greece, and Persia.
Not all of Greece, he didn't conquer me.
Well, I wasn't really trying.
Want to try now?
Okay, both of you back to your seats. Okay.
Clearly this is why you didn't win the first time.
Well, clearly I wasn't trying now either.
Whatever, you keep telling yourself that. Whatever floats your quinqueremage. One culture swine. It's a boat.
Anyway, you forgot about my home, Macedon.
No one here cares about your conquests.
I care. Well, Leah, is that the Spartan way?
Well, Spartans are aggressive, rude,
arrogant.
Okay, maybe I do have some anger issues.
Admitting you have a problem is the first step to recovery.
But we are cultural. Great fighters, attractive, and not to forget, very muscular. This is Leo, and this is Lance. I can go on listing great things about Sparta, which, by the way, was the best police in ancient Greece.
Sparta, best police in ancient Greece? That's a slight exaggeration. I mean, they did have an okay military, but Athens was obviously the best.
Okay, military? We were the best. I can't believe you just said that. But of course you did. You're an Athenian. And Athenians can admit the cold, bare truth. Destroyed Athens, making us the better police in ancient Greece.
Not true. Your men were all cowards, just like you.
Dearest Aristotle, I am known as Leonidas the Brave. I stayed at the path of Thermopylae with the men so-called cowards. We fought legions of Persians, where your beloved Athenians ran away in fear.
What a heartwarming story. You may be known as Leonidas the Brave, but I am known as Alexander the Great. I was leader of my kingdom at age 19 and ruler of an empire at age 33.
You also died at age 33.
Okay. Everyone take a deep breath. Now that everyone has shared their feelings with the group, how do you guys feel?
Well, personally, I feel
the same.
Okay. I have one final test for all of you. What do you guys see in these pictures?
Columns, maybe?
Those columns could have been part of my empire, but now they remind me of my failures to conquer the Mediterranean world.
I see the destruction of an empire. The columns falling to the ground within the empire, crushing my enemies, and Sparta gaining more and more power!
That's one picture. Sure it is. Okay. I don't want to upset anyone, but I've come up with a diagnosis for all of you. Aristotle, you have an inferiority complex.
Actually,
Alexander, how could I forget? Narcissism. Darius, you suffer from Great Depression. Get help.
But you are the help.
I am the help. Okay, Leonidas, you have anger management issues.
I do not.
I present Exhibit A.
I present a huge waste of my time.
me too.
Get your own opinion.
I'm done with all you judgmental people.
We have a lot of work to do. See you all next Tuesday.
But
Oh, time's up. Time's up.
You sent for me.
Yes, Agent Theodore. I need your expertise in fighting for human rights for this next mission.
What's the next mission?
Find Tomás Torquemada,
Tomas!
one of the most dangerous inquisitors in Spain. It has been reported that he has been torturing Catholic converts into confessing to heresy. But first, I'll need you to pick up your partners, Agent Catherine, Agent Francis, and Agent Jude.
I'll be on the next flight to Sicily. Francis, it's you!
Oh,
What happened to your hand?
Oh, my dear, it's just a stigmata. The Bible of Christ. I received these wounds because of my Christ-like life. Like Christ, I founded an order, the Franciscans, lived in poverty and performed many miracles, and I attracted many followers, including the Sultan al-Camille.
Wait, do only men have these? Because I believe in equal rights and...
No, just some of the blessed things.
Oh, I understand. You are safe? Well, I am Empress Theodora, Queen of the Great Byzantine Empire. Have you never heard of me?
No.
I had a great influence on not only women, but the entire empire.
Wow. Who are we getting next?
Agent Catherine in Siena.
Oh, well, let's go. Before she's in ecstasy again.
She had it too! Agent Theodora, Queen, friend, wife of Emperor Justinian. I had a great influence on the entire empire. I basically saved my husband from getting kicked off the throne. And after that, they gave me my own secret service and trusted me with the most of the royal matters.
Wow, I'm Catherine of Siena. I was crucial in ending the Avignon papacy. Other than that, I attracted many followers to Dominican Tertiary.
So kidding! She's a doctor of the church too!
Ah yes, besides being canonized, this is my greatest achievement. The church recognized my writings as essential for Christians.
Ah, amazing. Now we gotta get to Jerusalem, quick.
And be a suspect of secretly practicing Judaism.
Please, sister, we really need to go.
Yeah, and you're not even Christian, so why would you care?
Hey! I may not be Christian, but I acknowledge Jesus Christ as a learned scholar. I'm just waiting for the Messiah to come in all his glory. And why is everyone always writing on the Jews? We are an intelligent, resourceful culture, using every situation to its best. Did you know that in Poland, we are very valued because we're such great bankers? Lovely, but we have to be going. Fine. Oh, they will be so surprised. Please. I need information out of that Jew. What's taking them so long?
Hey, boss, I thought you were staying at headquarters.
That's exactly what you were supposed to think! Now, jump! You have some valuable information for me about some conversos, don't you?
I'm just a normal Jew. I live in Jerusalem with my family.
Nice! Jose!
Sí, señor!
I don't understand. Why are you
right. She's a woman. She has rights. You're not yourself. You sound like some lies from the Black Legend which falsely accused you of killing Jews with papal permission. Yeah, you had good intentions in the beginning.
Yeah, and you weren't even affiliated with the church. King Ferdinand unjustly controlled you, but after he died, you were the most civil courts in all the land.
I suppose you're right. I mean, I always thought I was great.
I wouldn't go that far. You've got your faults.
Brother moon, brother sun. Brother Turkemana. Jose. I'm so glad that we are gathered here together today and that we've all made up. This calls for a celebration.
I think I have some stale bread and water at the monastery.
What kind of monster would take away a man from his homeland? The church, that's who. Think you are holy and good. You become totally corrupt. If you let my Florence go, that'll be the end of it. But if you do not, I will look for you. I will find you, and I will take you to court. Then court it is.
All rise. Court is now in session. Thomas Aquinas, presiding judge.
May the prosecutor state his case.
The defendant, the church, is guilty for unlawfully involving herself in others' business, thus leading to suppression of culture, the oppression of women, and the oppression of others by forcing its power and beliefs.
Seems a bit extreme. Oh well, bring up the first witness.
Name, occupation.
St. Benedict, monk.
So, Benedict, tell us how the monastery life was like.
Ora et labora was our motto. Every day we had time to pray and pray the divine office in community. All the work was also divided between us, making the load much easier. Living secluded from the world and community and giving God glory actually brought us great joy.
But wouldn't you think this lifestyle is too strict? You eat, sleep, study, and wake up at midnight, just like a student. The church forced you to do this, didn't they?
Actually, we all chose to do it from our own free will. The strict lifestyle actually allowed us to get more done, like further education. The renowned universities actually developed from our schools. As you can see, we accomplished very much. Aha! Vespers time. Gloria Patria Filio et Spiritus Sancto.
Benedict, focus.
Shh! I'm praying. Sicuratum principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. I don't understand you, Dante. Wouldn't you, of all people, understand the hard work the Benedictines put into copying down books? On top of that, they developed farming and agriculture.
Well, of course I would. I put a lot of work and effort into my own book, The Divine Comedy.
And wasn't that the first serious work of literature written in Italian? And wasn't it a great work of Catholic theology? See, as far as I can tell, you and the church both work for a common good.
Well, Hey, I'm the prosecutor here. Go ahead to your seat. Next witness.
I wonder what he's writing down.
Probably the part 2 of his Summa Theologica.
Did you hear the story about one of his monks ordering him around the marketplace because he didn't recognize him? Was frustrated with how slow he was?
He didn't even defend himself or say who he was?
Nope, he just took his sweet time and didn't say a word.
That's some humility.
What kind of judge is this? Next witness, please.
Oh yes, Yes. Bring up the next witness.
Name, occupation.
St. Hildegard, nun, teacher, abbess, musician, composer, philosopher.
That's good. So, can you please tell the most gracious jury how the church oppressed your life?
Well, I wouldn't say the church oppressed me. You see, the church made my life better. I went from being the young girl of the convent to being its abbess.
And you like being an abbess in charge of establishment to lock up men and women from society and will contribute nothing to the world?
Ooh. These convents were prisons. People were able to become closer to God, aid others with their prayers, and educate themselves and others. Because of my ranking in the church, I was given much respect and a voice in the world. My musical compositions were accepted. I influenced music. And also, kings and popes sought out my advice in serious matters.
Well, I guess that didn't work. In any case, no further question. Next witness.
I don't know why Dante is trying to fight the church.
Well, you have to remember that he was a black goat. He didn't want the church to have any power whatsoever. None. Zero. Nada. Zip, zilch, zero.
Earth to Thomas. Gosh, I now understand why they call you a dumb ox. You're slow and you don't speak.
Yes.
Name, occupation.
Patrick of Ireland, saint.
Okay, now on to you, Patrick. Tell us how the Catholic Church forced the faith on other people.
Well, the Catholic Church didn't force the faith on the people. They chose it of their own free will. I helped them better understand the faith by using examples such as the three-leaf clover to explain the Trinity to them.
Wouldn't you say that the Church imposed its authority on you by sending you to Ireland, where it's pagans and violence?
While I was in Ireland, after being captured as a slave, the only thing that kept me alive was the Catholic faith. Once I escaped from Ireland, I decided to give my life to the service of God and share His mercy with others.
I hope I didn't have to do this. You lie! Tell the truth!
Snakes! Why does it have to be snakes?
Why is he afraid of snakes?
Yeah, didn't you drive them all out of Ireland? Dante, what's your problem? Get your act together.
You set this up, didn't you? Giving me false statements to protect that thing?
Hey, that's not a thing, that's the church.
Hey!
She's right here. What are you talking about? She was there in church.
I will not allow this. Do not fall into discord, for concord results from charity. Inasmuch as charity directs many hearts to one thing, which is chiefly the divine good, secondarily the good of our neighbor. Wherefore discord is a sin, insofar as it is opposed to this concord. But it must be observed that this concord is destroyed by discord in two ways. First, directly, secondly, accidentally. Now, human acts and movements are said to be direct when they are according to one's intention. Wherefore... Jury! Give your verdict! The jury finds the church not guilty.
What? This is a nightmare, but surely they screaming.
Yeah, let me wake you then.
Ow! This court was rigged, I tell you.
Dante, follow the path to paradise and come join me in the beatific vision.
Beatrice, is that you? Oh, I did not mean to folly. I am so sorry. Oh, no. I'm so sorry.
Our work here is done. Time for prayer.
names. William.
Oh, hey, what's up, Marco?
Hello. This is who I was talking about.
Name's Arai. Samurai. Look, here's what's happening. Us and the Vikings are having some deal go way down the city. And we ain't trying to get caught by no cops. So make sure you and all you hunky pigs is out of there. We's clear, alright?
What's in it for me?
Straight from Kublai Khan, back in China.
Wasn't it fun?
Alright, I'll keep everyone out of there.
Is the package ready?
Yeah, Sam and Marco won't be sorry with this stock of wood. This is the best wood you can get in the west side.
West side, yeah. Make sure you're packing heat. This is my first wood trade, okay? Them fools better not try and kill us. Like my brother Yarpo thought he could just kill my Homesdoggo leg, take my land, and be king of Russia? What's going on here? Yeah, I sure showed him though, right?
You know, we should just drop this whole truce thing, raid them, take all their goods, and kill them, just like we used to in the old days.
As much as I hate peace, I can't afford a war with Sam and Marco.
Hello.
What were you saying?
As much as I hate peace, we can't afford a war with Sam and Marco, because we don't have the Berserker MC in town right now. We got the attacks from the Saxon gangs, and Sam's Japanese. And Japanese aren't very fond of trading with outsiders, such as ourselves.
Well, we should just go now. They're probably already there.
Right.
And then I told her that I stopped eating donuts.
Huh? Yeah, huh? On the corner of Rose Crimson and Sesame Street. Alright, got it, thanks.
Who was that?
Call was blocked. They said there's some deal going down between the Vikings and the agents.
It's probably just some kid trying to stir up some trouble. Maybe it was one of my sons. They always hated me.
Yeah, well, I'm not taking any chances. Let's go.
Where they at? I'll get the count first. You got the wood? You got the jewels?
Alright, I like it.
Maybe in the future, if you keep bringing us supplies like this, we can hook you up with some swords. No other sword to this day can compare with the precision, beauty, and quality of the samurai swords.
No thanks. I think we can make our own weapons. Plus, I personally like axes.
You're running back to the popo!
What, T? I thought you did. You guys haven't gone on the inside, right? Yeah, we do. There he is now. Take this bad boy. Look at this blood. This isn't over, all right? Come on, let's go. I don't know why I let you talk me into this, Marco. I'm almost an upper class, a farmer warrior, a servant of nobility, not a G.
I thought the Vikings are trustworthy guys. I've only traded in Asia, remember? China, expensive jewelry, Kublai Khan. I can't go back to jail again.
Well, this hanger's not good for me. I'm gonna go make tea in the rock garden, where me and many other samurai go to meditate on the Bushido Code, the samurai way of life.
So what happened?
Well, I showed up with William, and then he got shot, leaving me outnumbered 4-1, almost like in the Battle of Agincourt, where I fought valiantly for the throne of France, and I won!
but this time I lost.
Sorry, Henry. You're off the force. Besides, you're better at being a king anyway.
You can't do this. The King of England nowadays doesn't even have any power.
Sorry.
Man, I'm so tired of living such a sinful life. I just want to do good things in the name of Jesus Christ. Like helping this poor little boy. You speak English?
I knew you were getting soft on me. Always asking about religion and being nice. It was you who ratted us out to the cops, wasn't it?
Okay, you got me. I just can't live with myself anymore. I just want to be Christian. I just want to build schools and monasteries. And help little boys. I want to help all the orphans in the whole world. See that again to my face!
Who am I kidding? Me too. I'm done raiding and destroying monasteries. Killing all of those innocent monks.
Well, I think a nice peaceful life would be good.
I agree.
Yeah. I just want to go and convert all of Russia. You know? And my 5 wives and 800 concubines are getting way too clingy. And Basil's second sister, Anna, she's Christian and she's really into tough religious dudes. So, before we get all soft, let's kill the samurai.
Huh? Well, no you don't. Not before I kill myself. Something in samurai culture we call harakiri. A noble suicide by the sword.
Well, that was easy.
He's dead. Let's skip this town.
Well, I'm gonna have to talk to my fashion designer. There must have been some mistake. These are boys' clothes.
Who are you acting again?
Joan of Arc. She's like a saint or something.
More than just a saint. She was a 16-year-old peasant girl who was inspired by St. Margaret, St. Catherine, and St. Michael to lead a military expedition in the midst of the 100 Years' War.
Okay, that's pretty cool, I guess. I just don't get why I have to look like this while doing it.
Okay, people, let's get this started. Please, everyone, I need Charlemagne on the phone.
Where's Charlemagne?
Sorry, I'm like baby cakes.
I thought Tom was going to play Charlemagne.
Yeah, well, Mr. Cruz was busy on the set of yet another Mission Impossible, so he'll have to do. Please, everyone, I want to get through the next scene. Can someone clean his face? Ladies and gentlemen, we are no longer in the 24th century. This is Christmas Day. Charlemagne, this is your coronation, so I need you to try and look majestic. Okay. Lights, camera, action.
I am Charlemagne, Holy Roman Emperor, founder of Christendom.
Okay, Jake. It's not that your voice is bad. It's terrible. Take this. So you're gonna narrate. What? Give him a script. Jake, sit down. Just take it from where we were. And action.
On Christmas Day, 800, Charlemagne was crowned Holy Roman Emperor. He founded Christendom, established an empire which would enable Christendom to spread throughout the world. He converted many souls to Christianity. He was a very holy man, a great spiritual leader, as well as a great military leader. He was also strong, handsome, and basically, everybody loved him, especially the ladies.
You know it.
Who wrote this? Strong, handsome. Look at the guy. Let's keep this realistic, people. Take it from yourselves next entrance. Action.
Your Royal Highness, there is a maiden here to see you.
Bid her enter, my fair lady. Welcome to my coronation. Probably the greatest thou shalt ever behold.
I mean, it seems like a pretty great party. I went to a different coronation before, and it's pretty ratchet as well, but I just haven't...
Cut! Alexei, honey, I need you to talk like you're in the Middle Ages, okay? You know, with big, long words. Let's try that again. Action.
It's indeed a marvelous event, Your Highness. It putteth me in mind of a previous coronation I had the privilege to attend. I myself escorted the dauphin of this fine country to his coronation, and I assure you, it was an elegant affair.
Brilliant.
Escorted the dauphin? A girl? How in the world did this happen?
God sent me.
Hold up.
Cut!
What? This does not make any sense. Nor did it come until 600 years after Charlemagne's lifespan. How can they both be here?
It's historical fiction, corrupt boy. Get off the set, let me do my job. Action.
Your Majesty, if we can discuss about the recent developments in Paris. The peasants are refusing to share the crop of the nobles, and in turn the nobles will offer them protection. Do you know what this means? This means the whole fear system goes to scratch!
I know. After all, I created the feudal system, right? But perhaps you could explain it to me?
This diagram here represents feudalism. You are at the top.
Oh, goody.
You're responsible for all these people down here at the bottom.
Are the puny peasants incapable of taking care of themselves?
My good sir, feudalism is based on that oath. It's all about supporting one another. You supply your villagers with money and line.
Holly, give her the line.
Okay. And in return, they give you crops. You also have people to declare wars.
Wars? I know all about wars. After all, I plan to conquer the Danish, the Byzantines, and those pagans, the Moors.
Excuse me.
Charlemagne would have had this kind of sword. There he's holding didn't appear until the 18th century. In his time, the king would have an expensive double-edged arming sword, equipped with gold and jewels, telling those ancestors brilliant military feats. In fact, his innovations in equipment and strategy set the foreground for militaristic conquest for the next 700 years. He was an impoverished noble. When it came to
Oh my gosh, fascinating. Now can we get on with this? Action.
If you need any assistance with your fighting expeditions, it would be my pleasure to help you.
What possibly could a girl know about warfare?
More than most generals, as it turns out. In the Battle of Orleans, for example.
Cut! In the Battle of Orleans.
Orleans.
Close enough. Action.
Battle of Orleans. I planned many battle strategies and maneuvers, which successfully got the dauphin to his coronation in Greece, and led my people to victory.
This is good.
But we have to talk about my death. That never showed up in my script.
Well, in my artistic vision, you never died. To symbolize the lasting contribution you and Charlemagne have on the entirety of the Western world.
Deep stuff.
Very deep. In fact, I wrote a rather exemplary research essay on your general
you and Joan's militaristic contribution to the Western world. Charlemagne innovated most weaponry and equipment that was used all throughout the Middle Ages and Europe until the 15th century. Joan's strategy shattered England during the 100-Year War, utilizing the French cavalry better than any general before or any general to come.
Okay, guys. We've wasted enough time. No more phones. No more useless comments. I need you to take this seriously. This isn't some high school symposium skit. This is a real deal.
What's a high school symposium skit anyway?
I don't know, but that's not the point, is it? No, the point is that I have to get this up to Zoolander 2 in 10 minutes. So can we just take it from where we left off? Action.
And led my people to victory.
There! A weapon fit for girls!
I can't work with him anymore. Not even a saint put up with this. And I ain't no saint. Seriously, strangle it.
No. You can't do that.
Thanks, my boy.
I recommend a longsword. It will way better chance of getting off like a cocky head.
Tempting, but it's too late to get another backup. Just take it with the celebrate sign.
Your Majesty, we have another problem. Have you heard of the great mortality?
Cue the music, cue the music!
What's that?
Only the most devastating, powerful diseases in the 14th century, commonly known as the Black Plague.
That great mortality! But apparently the Black Death wasn't all that bad. It actually advanced us in science and sanitation. And besides, Europe is too filled with people, and they're using all my resources.
It will kill 1/3 of our population.
Ah, but it's for the greater good.
It's going to end the feudal system.
What?
I know. Once a third of the peasants are dead, the work will be at high demand, and we actually have to start paying them.
Pay the peasants! No!
Okay, cut, guys. It's looking really good. Now I just need to figure out which one of you is gonna die by the Black Death. I was thinking Jake. Thoughts?
Literally nothing would make me happier.
I agree. It should be Jake. After all, it was a bad decision to make Jake as Charlemagne in the first place. Badly done, director.
Yeah, change your mind. Cassell dies.
Yes! I mean, oh, poor baby.
I'd love to die and get away from all of you.
Great, then it's settled. Cassell, honey, your time to shine. And action.
Well, let's not worry about this Black Death. It's not gonna come for a while.
You're right. It won't come for like another 600 years, so I guess we're okay.
Nothing to worry about yet.
We can cross that bridge when we get to it.
Besides, I don't even know if this Black Death even exists. Could be a myth, urban legend.
Miss, are you alright? Oh, it's dropping up blood.
Cut, pin attention.
And she's swallowing everywhere.
Oh my god. It's starting to smell too.
This looks like the Black Death.
But Charlemagne, I don't understand. Why is she dying of the Black Death if it doesn't come until the 14th century?
I don't even know.
Oh, but that's your cue.
There's a fifth dimension beyond that which is known to man. The dimension is vast with science and superstition. It lies within the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. 3 normal characters from the past, 1 Black Plague. They take a detour into the history zone.